So two questions. Do you feel that A, it is proliferating? Do you feel that people may be revealing much more than you need to know of their personal private lives in essays? So that's question number one. And related, can you give some guidance as to what is too much information?
Yeah. Well, so yeah, let's adjust the change and let's address some history. I mean, for me, I've been reading applications in some form or another. I definitely have my 10,000 hours in for 18 years. So saying, putting sad stories in essays is not a new phenomenon. It's just not. And so anybody who's newer to the business, I think may think that, but it's not a new phenomenon. So
Right.
that's going to exist. Admissions is changing. That hasn't changed, at least in my experience. So I'll just say that. In terms of advice, this is the advice I always give, and it's not exactly to this, but I think we'll hit the point. I always say, finish your application, close it, meaning click it off, walk away. Walk away for a week. If you think there's a story, and it gets to the optional essay, which I want to talk about, if you think there's a story that you're like, a human being reading this really needs to know this story in order to understand me, I want you to write that story in the optional essay. And it's not a sad story. It could be a happy story. But I would say 50% of you have a story that explains who you are. And sometimes it's a childhood story. Sometimes it's a promotion story. Sometimes it's a sickness story. Sometimes it's a how I found my passion story. But I would say if you don't feel like you have a story, don't write a story like that. So I would say about 50% of students kind of write some additional component to their application that would be kind of addressed in the premise of your question, and 50% don't. But that's the advice I use. If you think that there's a piece of you that somebody needs to understand to evaluate your candidacy, write it. But if you don't, I don't think I need to know that story.